Happy Monday. Donnie Baker here with you. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome back. We're jumping right back into our minimal series. Today we're talking about guitar recording. Okay, so look, most guitar recordings, they're overcomplicated. You got too many mics, too many plugins, too many options. You go into YouTube, you may not know exactly what you want to do, so you go to YouTube and you look up some videos, and the guy's telling you got to have 18 different microphones, you got to have some room mics and some this and some that. You got to have 4 different kind of cabinets and different guitars and a special cable. No, look, I got you, man. Great guitar tones usually come from fewer decisions. Okay, the cleaner you can make it, the better your guitar is gonna come off. Okay, so here's the problem. Part of the problem with guitar recording, you got endless mic choices. You have multiple amps. Yeah, your guitar player might bring a bunch of different amps with him, or you might have some in the studio that he might want to try. Okay, layering too early. Trust me on that one. You don't want to do that. Over processing and no clear starting point. Dude, have that notebook. Have that notebook or that cue sheet, we call it, so you can write down notes and say, okay, on this take, I use this mic and this guitar. I even take pictures and put it in the session notes. Too many options usually make things worse when you're recording on guitars, okay? So here's my minimal philosophy with recording guitars. Okay, start with one great tone. Get your guitar set up. Make sure it's working right. Make sure it sounds great. Don't change this. Dude, guitar players, please don't change the strings right before you get to the studio. Do it like the day before. Let those strings like soak in and get ready and feeling good. By the time you get to the studio, they're ready to go. Okay, yeah, sure, you might break a string at the studio. Cool. But we're going to work a minute to get that like dialed in and making sure that it stays in tune and everything. Okay, so one mic placement. Just go with one mic. I'm going to show you some stuff here in a minute. I'm going to show you some pictures because that's how I am. I like to show some visuals, you know. But, you know, start with one mic placement. If it doesn't work, move it around. You know what sometimes I do? I even go in I'll go into the control room. I'll go into the studio. I'll have the guitar player just play the riff. Just play the song, bro. Just keep playing it. I'm gonna go in and put some headphones on, and I'm gonna move that mic around to different places and find out where that tone is hitting me for the song. Okay, and you can't use the same tone for every song because it's not gonna work. You can use the same mic. You can try to start with the same placement, that kind of thing. I like to use the same preamps. Sometimes I'll compress. Sometimes I EQ. Again, those items depend on the song. Those kind of things depend on if we need it. Look, if the tone's right at the source, everything else is easier. The mix is easier. The editing is easier because the guitar player is just going to play it the way he wants to play it. Okay, now normally, in an ideal situation, such as where I'm at, I've got a control room, and then I've got the studio. So I'll put the guitar speaker in the studio and put the mics in there. I'll have the guitar player come and sit in with me in the control room. So he doesn't have to worry about headphones. He's gonna hear things the way that I hear things, which helps him dial in his tone. He might have a pedal board. The pedal boards can sometimes get super complicated, okay? But just capture the performance. That's what you're looking for, is the performance. You want minimal processing so that you can just get everything straight on the recording. Okay, and then you're going to get a better performance from your guitar player. Okay, so this is what the minimal method on all our stuff. This is what it focuses on. Okay, and guitars is going to focus on one amp, one mic, proper placement, because that's what we're looking for. Okay, gain staging at your preamp level. If you're going to use an EQ and a compressor, gain stage these things. Make sure that it's working and sounding good. Okay, minimal EQ. You don't want to like print a bunch of EQ unless it's that exactly what you want and you can commit to it, because you might EQ it later. You might not have all the parts to the song just yet, so you might be working on some of that later. Minimal compression, although I do compress. Usually I do compress on big loud guitars because I want them punchy and I want them tight. Okay, so common guitar recording mistakes are multiple mics too early. I've done it. You've done it. We've all done it. We're going to do it again because sometimes multiple mics work. Sometimes they don't. It kind of depends, again, on the song, okay? Overlayering guitars, putting too much having too much guitar, and again, not watching your phasing on your recordings, okay? Fixing tone with plugins. Please don't do that. Fix the tone at the source. Fix the tone at the pedal board, fix the tone at the amp head, fix the tone with the mic placement, fix the tone with the gain staging, etc. Okay, ignoring mic placement. Don't do that. If it doesn't sound good now, it's not going to sound good later when you start adding plugins. Okay, recording too loud. This can be a thing, but sometimes that happens. Again, depending on the song, depending on the guitar player. Here's what's going to happen when you simplify things, when you keep things easy. Okay, you're going to get a better tone. You're definitely going to get a faster setup so you can get to the recording faster. Okay, less phase issues because you only got one mic. It's only going to do one thing. You're going to have easier mixing because you've recorded it properly. Okay, same with everything that we've been talking about for the last few weeks. More consistent results because you're going to follow these rules. You're going to make them like consistent for you as an engineer, and you're going to keep that in. Okay, simple guitar recordings sit in the mix faster. They sit in the mix better. Let me show you a couple of pages from the book because there's a couple of cool things in here. All right, so this is basically, we're talking about the minimal mic setup. And here's some pictures. Okay, you can see I got one SM57 pointed right at the front of right at the center of the speaker. Okay, you pull it back a little bit, you're gonna get a little bit more roomy. You move left or right, you're gonna get dark or bright. Actually, the brighter part of the speaker is right in the beginning, right in the center and on axis, meaning that you're exactly X, Y, 90 degrees. Here's a picture of an off axis. You can move it over a little bit. Yeah, so if you move it left or right, to the side of the edge of the speaker, the center of the speaker is going to get brighter and darker. Pull it back, going to get a little bit more roomy. Push it forward, going to be a little bit more dry. So this is where it comes in, where moving your microphone around to capture capture what you want right now. Record that, okay? So who's this method for? This is for home studios, man. I mean, even if you don't have the luxury of having a control room and a studio room, put the speaker in the room with you. Put everybody on headphones. You and the guitar player both on headphones. Just make it work. Or another thing you could do, maybe you got a closet down the hallway if you're working at home. Maybe you got a bathroom. Put the speaker in the bathroom. Okay, and close the door. Maybe build some stuff around it so it's not like you might have a tile shower or something in your bathroom. That might be cool though. That might be the sound that you're looking for this guitar sound. You never know. Okay, so you really have to experiment with these things. Really move the speaker around, move the stuff around, move the mic around, put some blankets around it. Whatever you got to do, man. Small rooms, home studios, that's what it's for. Beginners. If you're not really sure what you're doing, let me give you one piece of advice. If you take nothing else from this video, you take nothing else from anything I've said, you're just watching this because you want to, take this from me to you. I've been doing this a very long time. Always, and then always record a DI. Record a direct signal off the guitar. Capture the performance of the guitar. Capture the performance of the player. Always, again, I'm gonna list the three. Always, and then again, always record a DI. You can thank me later on that one. Okay, so who's this not for? Complex multi-amp setups. Bro, if you are the guitar player and you got 4 different amps that you're switching back and forth to, you might want more mics. You might have 4 different cabinets going on. You might have 4 different speaker cabs going on. Cool, and I've done that. I've done that where I still tracked everything out to one track. I'll have multiple mics, but I bring them all into the same recording, into the same track. And I just blend the gain. I blend at the gain stage. I blend how I want it to sound, and that works. Okay, if you're heavy into reamping your guitars, which is why you record a DI, by the way, you can reamp. So let's say you record the whole song, and then when you get to the mixing phase, it's just the tone that you dialed in, the maybe one of the pedals that the guitar player had wasn't working right. It just doesn't sound good in the mixing section now. What you can do, because you recorded a DI signal, you can send that signal back into the amp, back to the cabinet again, and re-record it because you recorded the performance. once you get the performance down, reamping is simple. And we can talk about that on another day. We're not diving into this because right now it's minimal. Okay, so we're talking about the easiest, fastest, quickest way to get this tone done, okay, is minimal. Just get it done now, get it done right, and you don't have to do it again, okay? So let me go look at the book. I'm gonna put a link down below to the store. All the minimal books are there in the store. You can even buy all of them together, and I think you save like 79% off if you bought them all individually. Go buy the whole kit. Okay, there's some free stuff over there too. So go check out the link. I'll leave it down below in the description. Okay, there's a full breakdown of each one. There's a full breakdown of each method book, and you can see what's in it. There's one for drums, there's one for vocals, there's one for setups, there's one for pretty much everything you could think of. I put the full minimal guitar recording method in this guide. The guitar method is in this guide, and it's really simple, okay? Tone starts at the source. That's first. Second is always, and then always record a DI. We'll see you next week. Donnie B, I'm out. If you want to go watch last week's video, I'll put a link to it right here. Go check it out. We'll see you next time.